Jai Atmeshwar, Samarpan Yog of the Himalayas, Part 1, Episode 19. There were several plantations of wild bananas in the jungle which the animals there used to eat, especially monkeys, etc. The shape of the bananas was bigger compared to that of ordinary bananas, and they had seeds with long black points and tasted a little different from ordinary bananas. We would generally peel them and dry them in the sun and store them. Later, we would eat them like roots. There was a lahi leaf that was available everywhere in large quantities, which we boiled in a stone vessel. Sometimes we filled large bamboos with water and leaves, sealed the ends, and put them in the fire. When the water inside the bamboo started to boil, the leaves cooked in the juice of the bamboo, and we would eat the vegetable. The bamboos were used from morning to night in different ways. We boiled and ate the bamboo leaves, which had a nice sweet and sour taste. The part above the knotted part of the bamboo was cut, and a glass for drinking water was created. It was cut again and used for cooking. Roots were used in the bamboo pieces, and they would be closed with banana leaves, and then the part which was tied with banana leaves would be placed on the fire and cooked. One bamboo piece could be used only once because, while cooking in this way, the juice of the bamboo would get mixed with the root, and it would be shaped in a long roll which could be removed by cutting open the bamboo vertically. This also had a sweet and sour taste. Sometimes the bananas would be cooked in the bamboos with bay leaves. The bamboo was also used like a water tap. Where the water came down the hill, a bamboo would be cut and both ends made pointed. Then one end would be pushed into the hill, and the other end, because it was pointed, would help the water to fall in a stream. And this piece of bamboo did the work of a tap. Tender bamboo pieces were crushed and used in the morning to brush one's teeth. The bamboos were also used as aids in the fire ceremony, but they were not put in the fire or burned. When the bamboo was used to make a mat, it served the purpose of a meditation mat or asana. A basket made of bamboo could be used like an umbrella in the rain. Actually, bamboo jungles were found everywhere and in large numbers. Bamboos last for several years, and their trees have a very long life. Once, Gurudev took me to a bamboo jungle and pointed towards a special type of bamboo tree and said, "In my lifetime, I have seen several bamboos, but this is the first time I have seen flowers on this bamboo." Lots of flowers were blooming on that bamboo tree, and the whole tree was covered with flowers. A bamboo tree starts flowering once it is over 50 years old. Generally, man can see this blooming only once in his lifetime. I found that scene very rare and thought to myself that perhaps I won't see the second flowering of this tree. It is said that if these flowers are eaten by a wild rat, then their numbers will suddenly grow. These flowers increase one's feeling of lust. They stimulate one's feelings of lust and increase one's sexual prowess. The bamboo is ordinarily used as a walking stick, but here sharp stones are tied in front of it, and the stick is also used as a weapon for cutting leaves and fruits, etc., from trees. Slivers of bamboo serve as nails. The size of the bamboos in these jungles was much larger than ordinary bamboos, and a good variety was found here. The bamboo tree grew in clusters. During the rainy season, they would suddenly be covered with greenery. Each bamboo wants to grow taller and taller. A bamboo always wants to grow as tall as possible in life, and there is competition among bamboos to attain this height. If one bamboo grows tall, then the second one grows taller, and then the third one grows even taller. It is really enjoyable to see them growing daily. Their daily progress is visible, although it's slow. When the bamboos are green and tender, they can be heated in the fire and cooled in the water, and then they are bent. The special quality of a good bamboo is that it is very tall and it is also very flexible. A secretion resembling milk comes out of it, and this is called the juice of the bamboo. It tastes sour like buttermilk. Generally, bamboo grooves are homes to snakes. A pointed bamboo can also wound a person. The dry stumps of the tree after the bamboo has been cut are also dangerous. One finds jungles of a good variety of bamboos in Assam. Perhaps the environment of the place and the atmosphere is more suitable for bamboo trees. There are more bamboo trees here than other ordinary trees. The secret of their height is their flexibility and their ability to bend. The art of bending is the secret of their progress. No matter how many storms or strong winds they face, they never break because they have learned the art of bending right from birth. They are very humble in the face of every storm. They bend so much that the storm also forgives them. The storm forgives them and does not uproot them, and as a result of their humility, they succeed in maintaining their existence even through the most severe storm. After observing this virtuous quality in them, I too bowed before them. I prostrated before the bamboo trees because I glimpsed Shiv Baba in them, and he was telling me, "Learn to be humble in life. You will automatically reach great heights." A large number of monkeys would come near my Gurudev. They did not come every day, but whenever they came, they stayed for about 8 to 10 days. I got a great chance to observe them. I did not notice any special difference between a man and a monkey. I understood that man's brain is more developed and therefore he goes into the past in a moment to retrieve his memories. He can dream about the future in a moment, but monkeys cannot do that. Their attention is only on whatever is in front of them in the present. They forget everything quickly. Man has progressed as a result of the development of his brain, but the same brain has also proved to be the reason for his dissatisfaction because he cannot forget the bad experiences of his past. He does not realize that by remembering his past, he keeps destroying his present. Remembering his past is not appropriate for man under any circumstance because the past refers to time that has already passed. Why should we remember what has already passed and what isn't ours anymore? If the memories of one's past are bad, they will make us unhappy even in the present. Then, what is the need to keep opening up such wounds again? It is better if one forgets the bad incidents in one's life. Several people keep on spoiling the nectar of their life by the poison of the past. On the other hand, if your past was good, then, in comparison, one feels that the present is bad. This is quite apparent, and such feelings also cause guilt and disgust in oneself. I was on such a high peak yesterday. How much I have fallen today. So why do you remember your good past also? One can only progress by remaining in the present. A person always remains in the present because, when used judiciously, that time will create a better future. The developed brain has helped human society to progress, but this brain also troubles mankind at the individual level. The poor animals have no idea about their past or future and are not caught up in them. They always remain in the present. Has it not been said, "Nothing is good in excess"? Everything should be in moderation, in the middle, because the present is between the past and the future. The present time is the period of creation. Thus, he has to suddenly undergo all the sufferings which he is destined to face in his lifetime. Later on, his life becomes quiet and without any problems. From one point of view, this is good, because if you undergo difficulties in your youth, when you have a lot of life force in your body, then you can spend your later life without problems. The body starts declining slowly, and it is appropriate for this association to take place together with the physical process. The body becomes weak and old, but one's sexual urge does not decline. The sexual urge of a young man and that of a decaying old individual is the same. The problem of lust is more than a problem of the physical body. When it comes to lust, one does not think that he has become old, that he is not capable anymore, and that time has passed. Whether the body is in a state to endure anything or not, the lust can be powerful. Whilst obtaining inner knowledge, lust arises in the form of a severe problem. That is why one cannot reach the path ahead until one overcomes this problem. Secondly, several people suppress their feelings of lust and move on, but it is not destroyed completely because they suppress it. When a favorable situation arises, it will rise once again because its roots exist within, and it did not grow earlier because it did not receive any water. The moment it gets water, it will develop once again. That is why it is not proper to suppress one's sexual desire, as one uses up a lot of mental energy whilst suppressing it. Secondly, there is always a danger that the sexual desire will rise again. There is always a danger that the desire may arise, and it can arise at any time. Thus, suppression does not seem appropriate. Imagine that an ascetic suppresses his sexual desire and practices meditation all his life, and then, when he grows old, when he gets the chance, he rapes a 16-year-old girl. This means that the sexual urge which he had forcefully suppressed all these years came out in his old age in a twisted form. Similarly, when we try to suppress sexual desire or any other kind of desire, it is very small, and therefore we can suppress it. But when it comes out later, it pours out at great speed because it has been suppressed for so many years, and great speed is created as a result. Therefore, one should not go into the spiritual world with any desire, as it mainly affects your total and overall development. So, if there is any sexual desire within you or any other desire, then that too will develop in the same proportion that you are developing. Therefore, One should not enter this spiritual field until one is completely pure. If you enter with even a small desire, then that one desire will become the cause of your downfall. There is a way of freeing oneself from desires. One way is to experience it so that your mind never goes towards it. Move out of it after you have experienced it or understand what it is through inner knowledge. When you understand what it is, then it helps you to overcome the desire. Once you understand that desire, you will realize that there is no everlasting happiness in it, and this is only a momentary physical joy. You thus move forward and start searching for everlasting happiness, and your desire leaves you. This is how one gets rid of one's desires, and this happens at the soul level. You become a pure and holy soul, a soul without any desires. Thus, if any guru finds a totally pure disciple, he feels that his devotional practice has been completed and his life is successful. The purpose of my life has ended. Today, my state is similar. I became a medium to pass it on to you. You were the rightful person to obtain the inner knowledge. Otherwise, I could not have given it all. Today, I am very happy that I have been able to hand over my treasure of inner knowledge into the right hands during my lifetime. I said, "You are very generous. You are an ocean of compassion. All that you have made me understand indicates the greatness and generosity of your knowledge. You have given me priceless knowledge. Now, I request you to bless me that I too may be able to convey it to pure souls, because my purpose of acquiring all this was to give it to souls who have been waiting for it." Gurudev said, "This is the only pure purpose which gives you a status that is different from others. Your greatest special quality is that you have been born only to give to others. This is the secret of your life, which I am revealing to you today. You have been created for the purpose of distributing this knowledge. Several souls have wished for your birth. Thousands of souls have been awaiting your birth. They have been waiting impatiently for several years for the giver of liberation to arrive and give them liberation. You have taken birth through the efforts of thousands of souls, their prayers, and their wishes. Your birth has taken place in collectivity. You will become the leader of a very big ocean of souls. Millions of souls will come and join you. Millions of souls will dive into your reservoir of inner knowledge to to get liberation. You are the man of the age, the Yog Purush, because a spiritual era will come to an end with your life. You will be the torch bearer of a very great spiritual revolution. All this is going to happen because you have taken birth due to the prayers of millions of souls. But you have no knowledge about them. When the right time comes, all this knowledge will come to you automatically because everything is within. Everything is inside you, but is not available to you at present. You have no knowledge of it, and this is the only difference between you and me. Gurudev went on speaking, and I was listening with my head bowed. I was absorbing it as if Gurudev wished that all this should happen, and I absorbed it because these were blessings from Gurudev which I should absorb, and so I absorbed them. Jai Atmeshwar. We'll conclude the book reading for today's session over here. Thank you for listening.